Hey, good morning. It's Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. How are you? You, and especially, well, you. It's your mobster friend. Happy Saturday. I'm sort of chilling like a villain, doing some laundry. So come on over and hang out. Let's see, a couple of notes here, gang. The fish are good. My finger is just about healed. I can't hold it up by itself. So there you go. What's going on in your world? We just got through the big snowmageddon here. Got a grand total, I think about 7 inches, 8 inches of snow. And yeah, so it's all strong. What's going on in your existence? I've just been busy. Just doing all the stuff that I do. The puppy, I got her show lead, and I'll pull it out later on so you can see. And which is strong. Strong all the way around. It's beautiful and sunny here today. It's going to get to a high of about 40. John Oliver, how are you? Good morning. Or good afternoon. It's still morning in Arkansas. And I'll let you know, John, when I'm coming down. I will be coming down there, I believe, on February 26th. And I will confirm that for you here in the next few days. And I should know. I own, well, don't own, but it's kind of a neat thing. It's equally as geeky. I have interest in 22 racehorses, and it's micro shares. It's just one-time money in. Mostly it's money gone, but it's kind of fun. It's called myracehorse.com, and so I'm in on that. So there you go. Today's drink of choice, zero sugar. Why did they stop calling it diet? Because people weren't losing weight on it? It was just some sort of a weird government thing. Sunkist zero sugar soda. And it's awesome. Oh, no. I'm sorry, John. It's Doug Gray. The man who was thrown out of BTS because he was too masculine. That's true. When you think of masculine men, I'm up there with the best of them. Maggie, by the way, let me grab this. Maggie got her show lead. By the way, I am doing laundry. The dryer will go off during this thing. I think next week I'm going to do a contest involving the dryer. So hold on a second here. Let me get her show lead. Yeah, and it's doing all sorts of laundry today. All right. So this is, Dryer Buzz, 120-year time. All right. We have to do that as a deal. So a show lead is usually, for a Brittany, they use a very fine choke collar. And for the show lead, you need something that will, not be too over the top and would be, and that will be automatically, but considered elegant and nice. So my breeder told me about this woman that makes show leads, and Maggie got a custom show lead. And here it is. for the choke collar. And it's about, I guess, 3 feet long, which is perfect. And so custom made. Custom made. Alishan can't make it. He's in line buying 2022 Mets season tickets. Yeah, good luck with that. By the way, I don't think we're going to see a lot of baseball this year. It looks like they're really far apart. Really far apart from that going in. I love the one thing I've never done. Have any of you ever done? Have any of you ever gone to spring training? That's one thing I have not done. I would love to go do that. So let's see what's going on with the fish. The fish are doing great. Huh. Man, that my skin is peeling around my finger that's got all screwed up. Oh, I see what's going on. It's like peeling away. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'd love to go to spring training. So here's what's going on with the fish. Doug sent me a video the other day. I won't say who this is, Doug, or what have you, unless you say it. And it was somebody trying to improve their line. Yeah, I got about 8 inches of snow here. It got down to yesterday morning, it got down to like 5 degrees before it started to warm up. Today it's going to get into the mid 40s and a lot of it will be melting off. My side road does not get plowed. Does not get plowed at all. And so it's going to be a total soaky mess walking Maggie here in a little bit. It's right now it's just 35. Nearly all the snow is off my roof. I washed the car this morning. Had that done. So get the salt off of it. My classic Kia. So there you go. Yeah, Aquashella, I need to go. So it's let's see, what other things do I need to tell you guys? Oh yeah, the fish are doing great. So Doug was showing this video, and it was absolutely beyond. Somebody was doing a cross, but they quote unquote didn't want to be a cross. Warmed up here on Wednesday after the storm lasted 48 hours, but all rained back down to 18 degrees last night. There you go. Pussy-wee. Well, getting fish is important. Alishan, Doug is still recovering from the Golden Corral brawl in Bensalem. Is it Bensalem or Bensalem? The other day, he should stick with the Cracker Barrel. It's been a long time since I've been to Cracker Barrel. They are, it is good eating. And by the way, don't eat, if you go to Cracker Barrel, go there for one reason only. Breakfast. Breakfast is good. It's so my Vikings did not hire Jim Harbaugh. That was sad. I actually thought he'd be a great. I'm guessing he came with a list of demands that they just said, nope, we're not doing that. Lurking while driving, yeah, it's pay attention to the road, Pussy. We don't want you to get hurt. We don't want you to get hurt at all. So so the fish are doing well. It's been just getting stuff done, did some water changes, got all that stuff done. They are, they're looking good. I have to really clean up one of my tanks. I may have to rip it apart and do from there. Slow down, Pussy. We can see you speeding. We know it's fish in tanks, and everybody loves that. Yeah, so Doug sent me this link, and Doug, I'll let you say which channel it is if you want to. But it was someone who was trying to improve a line of guppies by introducing guppies that from a different strain. That's not how it gets done. You do not improve a strain by putting in something that's a different strain. That's called a cross. And when you make a cross, and I've made crosses, and Doug is like the king of them. It was Ali Shan's channel. No, it wasn't Ali Shan's channel. When you make a cross, what you get from that cross, if you want it to look like a pure strain, it ain't gonna look like a pure strain. You're gonna have to be really paying attention to this guy out in Hawaii, Karmuki backyard or something like that. Well, this guy did a cross to try to improve a line, and he showed step by step, generation after generation. He probably took 2 years to make this video. It's really good. And yeah, the initial cross looked kind of like one of the parents, not like what he was after. The next generation, picking out the right one, started to get what he was looking for. But he was like 5. He's like 5 generations in, and he compared the pure line to the cross line, and the pure line was like almost double the size. And I think he was using this was it Sunrise McRiff or whatever it is. And what he was trying to do was very interesting. I could see what he had a goal, beginning to end, of what he was trying to do. So, where I got my swordtail guppies, that guy reached out to me because he needed some more guppy. He had an issue. He reached out to me and asked if I had swordtail guppies. I said absolutely, and he was telling me that most people who get swordtail guppies, it's usually for a cross. Yep. Yeah, it's best with guppies to line breed versus crossbreed to get size on the fish. Yep, absolutely. And when you make the cross, Doug has, how many videos, Doug, do you have up that go on and get all that information out? You have a ton. Where you've done crosses in your generation after generation, you're telling what you need to do and what you're trying to do. It's exactly what you should see on those things. And by the way, that's one of the cool things about a guppy, is that unlike many other types of fish, you are unable to go and and come up with your own strain of fish. It's not like you have Jack Dempsey's. There's like 3 different strains of Jack Dempsey's. That's it. It's very difficult to come up with something. It's by accident and by a variety of things. So that's sort of the thing that you always have to remember, being that person who goes out and does crosses. It's the one thing I keep saying over and over again is that have an idea of what you're going for. Just have an idea. It does not need to be, and sometimes you can be surprised and all that sort of stuff. But as a general rule, you have to know what you're after, what you're trying to get. And that is ultimately what you need to be paying attention to. Really important to do so. Well, if you want vital sword-tailed guppies, Doug, just reach out to me. I'll take care of you. My sword-tailed guppies, they don't tap out. They're going nuts. I started off with 5, and I bet you I've sold 500 or more of those sword-tailed guppies. Several tanks. So yeah, know what your deal is and go from there. That's the most important thing to do. If you have it set up in a way where you can figure out what you want to do with your guppies. Where did I put Maggie's leash? Hold on. I don't think I went to put it back. Oh, put it in my pocket. You've got to be so careful and understand what you're trying to get and what you're doing. And and the swordtail thing, I've been working on swordtail crosses, and I thought that I was going to have full-time swordtails because I began to get a lot. Well, generations after that, now I'm getting delta tails. So it's line breeding, it's picking the right parents. Yeah, somebody Shelley. Yeah, Mark Shelley, was it something like that? Yeah, he was making a cross, which is fine, by the way. It's basic guppy genetics. Basic guppy genetics. Got to follow the rules. It's there's a chart of how to line breed your guppies, and let me tell you something. If you follow that chart, and you pick out the right breeders and you do the right stuff, you're going to do really well. And you're going to have fish of superior size. You do your water changes, you do your feedings of quality high protein food. You do live foods, you do frozen foods upon occasion. Yeah, it works out just great. Works out just great. It's I have an incident that's happened between Maggie and the fish. I've had to put covers on my lower guppy tanks because Maggie all of a sudden was dipping in to drink from them. Even though she has a thing of fresh water all the time, I had to put the covers on them, and that's stopped that from happening. Well, I went through a thing. Apparently, she loves herself some fish water. So I have a tree in the backyard, and Patrick's Aquatics, how are you? So I went and put all my dirty aquarium water on the tree. For whatever reason, when people put it in trees, sometimes they put the hose and it builds a hole down. Well, that's what's happened here. So I figured, well, duckweed, guppy grass. I'm kind of, just add that. It's good fertilizer for the tree along with the dirty fish water. Well, Maggie has decided that smells really good. So she dives into it. So I bought some soil to put on top of this thing and go from there. It's all good. So here it's going to be 43, 44 today. It's everything is real nice and melty. Alishan does that in his backyard. There you go. It's so I do that there. I also go, so I'm gonna have to fill over the top there, and and just spread out the water. She just loves herself some fish water, which is all good. She's in her crate right now, sleeping. So yeah, so let's see here. What else is going on in my humble little world? I don't know. It's this lady friend I have does not seem to be scared about having 40 fish aquariums. So there you go. Isn't that frightening? So perhaps this is going to be a real thing. And she's cute to boot. So it's like a win-win. My yeah, I will. I brought up Ancient Aliens to her. And I brought up you, Doug, in the conversation. I just said my fish buddy Doug and I watch Ancient Aliens, waiting for David Childress to show up and seeing what the premise is, how bad the premise is. Yesterday, as I was watching the Ancient Aliens, I was wearing my Ancient Aliens t-shirt. Can't go wrong with that, can you? Ancient Aliens, and yeah, so aquariums. I like the Ancient Aliens. It's I have a dog. Well, you missed it, Doug, because on Ancient Aliens they replayed the William Shatner interviewing the Ancient Aliens thing, and you got to go through. Wow, the world famous journalist Linda Moulton now. You mean she's here? And folks, if you've not watched Ancient Aliens, here's the deal. Ultimately, at the end of every episode, or at the beginning or somewhere, it's aliens. Yeah, Childress kept interrupting poor Shatner. I will know February 26th, Ali Sean, whether Chasing Time will be in the Derby. He is pointed to run in the Rebel at Oaklawn. I'm gonna try to get down there for it. It's about 4 hours away from me, so I'll probably if I get a pass. Here's how this works, just to give you a thing, is that when you're with the My Racehorse thing, Chasing Time has 3,000 owners. 3,000 people own a share in Chasing Time. Chasing Time, by the way, just came in as a cult that I am a shareholder in. So they do a drawing for people who get to sit in the owner's box, who get to be in the winner's circle if he wins, and also get a tour of the paddock before the race, which is great. I'll juice up my camera and go for whatever. So he has to win a Derby prep. He right now is on almost every list in the top 10. So of Derby hopefuls by the quote unquote experts. So you have to win a Derby prep. If he wins the Rebel or finishes maybe in second, very well he could be there in if he wins in second, he may still be in the Derby, and then I'll have to figure out how the hell to get to the Derby and go from there. I have a buddy of mine pre-COVID. He said, "Hey, if you ever get to Kentucky, you can stay with me and my wife. We'd love to have you." And go from there. Alishon's trying to become a part owner of the New York Jets. He wants some changes made in that team ASAP. God, I'll tell you what. And the Jets organization, it's Woody is a great guy. Woody is really a nice man who's their owner. They're really good people. They can't run a freaking football team to save their lives. And by the way, all the ladies, they're all on Zach Wilson now since he broke up with his girlfriend. It's they scrubbed each other from their Instagram. That's how you know it's not serious. Rich Kotite's alive. Richie Kotite. He could still go back. I'm going to go to Instagram and look at Zach Wilson's thing. And all right, Zach Wilson. All right, here we go. Doesn't look like he has a new girlfriend. Ladies, he's available. Or maybe he's interested in the fellers. Fellers, he's available. Yep, he has scrubbed that girlfriend. Picture of the mom, though. Couple of pictures of the mom. So that's nice. So you can't go wrong with that. Does anyone really believe that Belichick made the mistake in texting the wrong Brian? Alishon, I didn't even know that Belichick could actually text. I'm going to tell you, though, Doug and Alishon, having to do with the Flores thing, is that Flores has made a calculated decision. And with the large number of African-American assistants who are great assistants, like Eric Bieniemy with Kansas City, it's Byron Leftwich has done a great job. Those are two. Leslie Frazier is the defensive coordinator for Buffalo Bills. There's a bunch, a lot of really quality African-American coordinators throughout the NFL. Why Eric Bieniemy has not had a head coaching thing is beyond me. Working under a mastermind like Andy Reid. Couldn't quite get the Super Bowl in Philly. Sorry, Doug. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Maybe it was a Facebook message. It was Belichick getting back at the NFL and Goodell. Yeah, well, the Rooney Rule, which made a lot of sense, like in the 80s or 90s when that came out, was that, make sure that you're interviewing people who are minorities. There was a complaint by an Asian coach, and I can't remember which team he was with, and he was in front of he wouldn't name the NFL executive, but he was in front of a team, and they told him that he was the wrong type of minority to hire. Really? Yeah, Brian Flores is a real coach. I mean, he was winning 2 out of his 3 years in Miami with Tua Tagovailoa, whatever his name is, who's not very good. He is a limited quarterback. A lot like Mac Jones. Mac Jones, I think the reason that that the offensive OC went to the Raiders, what's his name again? Josh McDaniels. So I think he saw the handwriting on the wall. Mac Jones ain't it. And the Giants for beating him twice in the Super Bowl. You see, Alishawn? Generally, I'm not a conspiracy theorist unless it has to do with aliens. But that ain't a bad deal. My Minnesota Vikings have had 2 minority coaches in the last 30 years. Denny Green, who was there for a long time, and Denny just wore out his welcome. He was not really well liked by anybody, and once he stopped winning, they got rid of him. And then they gave the job to Leslie Frazier, and I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if that was just the wrong time for Leslie Frazier to be a head coach or what was going on in the Vikings organization, but they only lasted a year or two, and they said, yeah, let's get rid of him. And they did. Vikings missed out on hiring Doug Peterson. Oh, man, did we. Way to go, Jacksonville. Why didn't Jacksonville hire Byron Leftwich? That just seemed like a slam dunk. Offensive guy, former quarterback. I think he played for Jacksonville. I mean, it's all reports is that he's a really, really good offensive coordinator. Why isn't Byron Leftwich being hired? I thought they were going to do it as well, Doug. I don't quite get it. I think Byron Leftwich, a tremendously good coach. So now the Vikings, my beloved team, hired an African-American general manager, which is great. The Giants had a black GM for about 10 years. That's good. Yeah, he may have withdrawn his name. I don't know. It's Bruce Arians ain't going to be there forever. He's retired once from the NFL. He may retire this, in the next month or so here. There's really no reason for him to stay. That team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is a total rebuild. It's because it's not just Brady and Gronkowski, which is huge. They have a bunch of guys there who have 1-year deals, and they're going to be expecting to be paid, and they should be paid. Godwin should be paid. It's Fournette better be paid. Leonard Fournette. They have guys on the defense that should be paid. Yep. Jacksonville owner's a nut job. And by the way, if one of you has this, I apologize if you think of this as an insult. Whenever I see somebody who has, shall we say, distinctive facial hair, like the guy who owns Jacksonville, yeah, that's where, at least in my world, That's where I go, yeah, that's probably not the guy you want. Not the guy you want at all. Yeah, I'm always concerned. Hey, here we go. Hey, who had 132 Eastern time? There you go. You know what? Maybe we'll do that next week, and I'll give away some fish. Try or buzz, I promised. I promised. You were close, Doug. You were close. I think I'll do that as a contest next week. You know, a Super Saturday contest. Because you can't say Super Bowl. They don't allow that for any type of promotion. My closest time without going over, the only guess, though. And I have, I'm doing, I was just about out of underwear, so I had to watch that. Give away a brand new Subaru to the loser. Yeah. I saw what people are paying for a Subaru. Holy capoli. And, you know, by the way, this whole chip shortage and stuff like that, I feel sorry for anybody who has their car die on them. I generally drive my cars till they're dead. My car that I have now is a little over 4 years old. So, and I have 54,000 miles on it, something like that. So it's not going anywhere. I'm going to have it for the next, probably 3-4 years. Well, I was looking because it's not necessarily perfect for the dog because the kennel doesn't fit quite right. So I was looking at a small SUV, and I was looking like at the small and medium sized SUVs. My God, the prices have gone up dramatically. Really, really a good deal. So next week we'll do that. We'll do that whole thing. Yeah, do you know what? We don't have a Mazda dealership in Joplin, Mo. I owned a Mazda CX-5 that the wife got in, our separation, my former wife. And it was a lease, and believe me, I was praying that she kept paying on the damn lease, which she did, and got rid of it. So, yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot, but I would prefer not to have to go an hour away. In Fayetteville and also in Springfield, they have dealerships. Does she like the Nissan Rogue Sport? Does she like it, Ali Sean? We do have a Nissan dealer here. But because right now you go buy a car. One of my employees, in fact, he got a Nissan. I think he got a Rogue too. One of my employees, his car died, and he goes, "It was just awful." Because here you go. This is what we got. No choice in color, no choice in options. It is what it is. So that's what he got. So I have to, the one thing I have not figured out yet, I actually wouldn't have a problem getting like but I don't think I can get Maggie's kennel inside you know, the Prius station wagony type of thing. And I haven't tried it, but I probably should go and see if that works. Because I would very much, you know, I like the idea of, I'm cheap. You have the Toyota RAV4. Yep, my ex-wife had a RAV4. They're great. I love the RAV4. So it's just the prices have gone up, and right now they've gone up even more because the dealerships have you stretched over the barrel. There's no casual looking for a car right now. If you have a car that's died, you go from there. One of my friends, his wife leases her cars, and the lease was up, and she got so much for the leased car on the trade-in, because when you get rid of a leased car, it's like any type of thing. So you can, if it's worth more, you can get it. So there you go. You had a Highlander before, gone way up in price. Yep. The problem with cars. Yep, I saw it. Thanks, Chewy. I got it. Yeah, so the deal is, if you go and you look at this stuff, it's it's a real big thing. By the way, Lady Zach Wilson is available. I think he'll allow you to keep fish. Being a quarterback in the NFL, I have a feeling these guys have a good chance to meet nice ladies. Just by thinking. Just my thinking. I just go through and enjoy and just get all that stuff done. Les Kaufman is being lined up. Well, there we go. Hopefully he'll be okay. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Mahomes' girlfriend and brother, they have to get off the frickin' social media. It is not a good thing at all. Guys, as the Fish Room have moved up to number 2 on the ladies' request list for eligible bachelors. It's good to know. Oh, very cool. Very cool, Chewy. Did you see the Saturday Night Live bit, with the Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie commercial? And which was hilarious with Willem Dafoe. It's not William, it's Willem. Willem. Trust me on that. Check it. I'll confirm it. He's one of our better actors. And Levi's Aquatics. Hey, Levi. Let me know when you're going to be visiting Becky's or visiting, Scales and Fins and whatever. Scales, Fins, and Scales, whatever it's called. Let me know, and I'll meet you there. Levi don't live that far from me here in the Southwest Missouri. Yeah, Flutie was a very good quarterback. Very underrated, but I'll tell you what, it's like in many things today, 30 years ago or 35 years ago when Doug Flutie went to tried to be in the NFL, they wanted guys that were 6'6", stood in the pocket like statues and threw the ball. In 1988 NFL, Missouri is a UFO hotspot. Yes, it is. Ooh, cool. Allie Sean. So, what was I talking about? Now you threw me off. Oh, you have a business up in Joplin? Yeah. So Southwest Missouri. And here's something that's kind of interesting. Some areas of Missouri, and it's a geographic thing, by the way, refer to the state as Missouri. This neck of the woods, nobody refers to it as Missouri. Everyone refers to it as Missouri. If you go to different places around, this is actually kind of an interesting thing, mainly because, there are local colloquialisms, but generally people refer to their state as the same thing. Nevada, Minnesota, California, Pennsylvania. Your dad calls it Missouri? They don't call it Missouri, Lunatic Fringe. Chewy, that's what they call it. It's just Missouri, not misery. Because it's a beautiful, lovely place. It's a beautiful state filled with really nice people. Yeah, so it's not, and it also may be a generational thing, Levi. There may be some folks that, for whatever reason, call but it's West Virginia, Virginia. People are pretty good. Florida, they call it Florida. It's good. You had a girlfriend from Independence, and trust me, it was misery. Yeah. Well, you got rid of that, Chewy, so that's good news. If you want to get rid of a girlfriend or wife, just say, hey, I think I need 10 more aquariums. Trust me, they're not going to keep the house, and they'll take off and disappear in the night with some feller named Jean-Luc or Pepe. That's strong. The one thing, by the way, about living in Missouri, now I've been a Missouri native now for almost 3 years. Oh, you're playing with your turtle? That's a heck of a line. What are you up to? I'm playing with my turtle. My hat, kind of look like a turtle there. Turtle. I like turtles. I would like to get at some point, and I probably never do it, mainly because I have the dog thing, is a tortoise. It's I think tortoises are pretty cool. Maggie at this point wouldn't know what to do with one. And she, by the way, is sleeping completely out. I have like 37 tanks, Levi. How many do you have? Not all of them are set up. You have 37 tanks as well? That's cool. So Doug Gray, having to do with the Ancient Aliens, there was a new episode last night. I recorded it. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, you have 12? You know, the more you have, the better it is. It's Doug's got what, 95? The one thing though is that I will tell you over the last few months, getting the puppy up and running. Let's see, I got her in September, October, November, December, January, February. I'll have her for 6 months in March. So here's the good news. The dog toilet trained like a champ. Bad news is still has the puppies. You have a dozen or so you have to rinse out and set back up, falling behind on it. You know, this time of year, short days and all that sort of stuff, it's easy to do. It's funny how much you get done in the summer. Have you noticed that? And it's the same amount of hours in the day, but for whatever reason, the amount of sun that's going on, the days are getting longer, which is good. Which is really, really good. Oh, you have 2 Great Danes? There you go. They're beautiful. Brittany's are not that big. In fact, I have to pick up food for her tomorrow. And it's 37-pound bag lasts for her for 2 months. So that's cool. I have enough for the rest of the day for her. So besides laundry, guys, what else do you guys have going on? Anything? Is somebody doing something exciting here today? That would be obviously great. It would be great all the way around. I can live my fantasy through you guys and gals. Posiwi was picking up fish in aquariums, so that's like a win-win. I bet you go through a 50-pound bag in 4 days. Brittany weighs. I weighed her at the vet like 6 weeks ago, and she was weighing just shy of 26 pounds. Her full size weight-wise will be 30 to 32. She's practically full grown right now. You're filming more videos? Yeah, I got to get junk done. It's just been busy with the puppy. Busy with the puppy and busy at work. It's been, at my office, we've been short-staffed. Someone left because I think they got homesick. And so they wanted to go back to Lebanon, Missouri. And so there you go. Daughter and wife went to a regional theater play. Friend of a daughter is in. There you go. And you got to escape that, Allie Shawn? Yeah, it's talk about ways to. I got talk about the thing. We're gonna go do this. You want to come? Oh, I gotta clean aquariums. Yeah. Set up more tanks while they're out of the house. Exactly. Yeah, escaping that. When I lived in New York City, went to some Broadway plays, and those are great. But yeah, regional theater can be painful. Nice, Chewy. She was a hottie back in the 80s. Yeah, it's 40 years ago. Yep, 10 gallons are the way to go. It's you'll have to make that drive to Springfield or Fayetteville, and when PetSmart does their sale again, or not PetSmart, Petco. No one can have enough 10-gallon aquariums. Totally the truth. Another friend of hers is in an off-Broadway musical. Yeah, there you go. That's better than regional theater. Regional theater, it's you either get the people that are just way over the top or very understated, and both places don't work that well. I think my hangnail thing is healing, so that's good. She was married to a concert promoter up there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's, by the way, concert promoter, that's a tough deal. She has seen Wicked about 25 times. Do you know what? I didn't see Wicked, and I could have had tickets to go. For whatever reason, didn't do it. It's the office I worked for got occasional Broadway tickets, and occasionally they would say, "You want to go?" and just didn't do it. And I saw uh, a limited run show on Broadway, which was about 60s girl groups, Motown girl groups, and then I saw uh, The Lion King, which was good. Concert promoter from the 70s to the 1990s. Yeah, there you go. You're 13 and you didn't win a $5,000 75-gallon setup at Aquashella in Dallas. Aquashella would be great to go to. I wish I could go. John Oliver was mentioning earlier that he's going to be. I may head down to down to Hot Springs. Our buddy Logan has just moved down there, so he's in Sheridan, which is not far away from Hot Springs. So maybe I can meet up with him, and we'll see what's going on with my horse schedule. My thinking is Maggie's gonna have a day or two at being boarded during that because it's doesn't quite do it. Oh, you did win. Yeah, there you go, Levi. There you go. Good for you in Dallas. Got free tickets at the time? Nice. All right, gang, we've been here just about an hour. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week, if not sooner.